Fox News Alert: investigators are swarming Jeffrey Epstein's notorious New Mexico ranch after an email in the Epstein files claims 2 foreign girls were strangled to death during rough fetish sex. And Epstein ordered the bodies to be buried on the ranch. Like a lot of things in the Epstein files, that report is unconfirmed, but authorities are now searching the property, thousands of acres. The ranch has been a dark mystery for years, and people are finally talking. A New Mexico state rep told the Daily Mail this, quote, "We have people coming forward saying they were drugged, had sex organs and sperm harvested from their bodies, and woke up around medical equipment not knowing where they were or what happened to them." We're also learning more about what happened on the night Epstein died. The guards who were fired after admitting to falsifying records were supposed to be checking Epstein's cell every 30 minutes. Prosecutors said instead they were taking naps and online shopping. But newly released DOJ documents show one of the guards, Tova Noel, Googled latest on Epstein in jail about 40 minutes before he was found dead. In a sworn statement to the FBI, she denied Googling Epstein. Another file shows Chase Bank flagged cash deposits in Noel's account to the FBI in a suspicious activity report. $5,000 was deposited in her account 10 days before Epstein died. Noel apparently wasn't asked about the cash during her interview with the Department of Justice. The DOJ's got a lot of documents on Noel. We also found out she leased a Range Rover. The falsifying records charges against Noel were dropped as part of a plea agreement. We reached out to her for comment, haven't heard back yet. None of this means she's responsible for Epstein's death in any way. We just want to know what happened that night. And 5 years later, we still don't have the full story. Kentucky Congressman James Comer joins us now. Congressman, this jailhouse guard, what's going on with her?
Well, the recent media reports, what you just said, is very concerning, especially the suspicious activity report on a $5,000 mysterious deposit that she had. And the reason that stands out to me, Jesse, is because very seldom are suspicious activity reports even reported for sums less than $10,000. So that's a mystery there, and that's something that, according to the DOJ documents, they never looked into, never asked her about. So because of this, because of the media reports, and because of the fact that, honestly, most people on the committee aren't confident 100% that Epstein's death was by suicide, we're going to ask Ms. Noel to come in for a transcribed interview. Again, no one's accusing her of any wrongdoing, but we have a lot of questions about Epstein, questions about who else was involved in abusing girls. Why did the government not do a better job of investigating and prosecuting Epstein when they had a chance years before they finally convicted him? Was Epstein a spy? Was our government involved in any way, shape, or form in trying to destroy evidence or hide evidence from any of those 4 properties? And now, was Epstein's death a suicide, as the government has reported, or was there some other mysterious factor involved in his death? So, again, no one's accusing this prison guard of any wrongdoing, but I will announce tonight on your show, we are going to ask her to come in and sit for an interview because we have a lot of questions.
Good. I have questions about this ranch. It sounds pretty sick if what's been said about it's true. What are you hearing?
Well, I'm glad that the New Mexico authorities are going there and searching that property. I know that if no one searches the property, whenever this investigation is finally concluded, people are always going to have questions about whether or not there were deaths there, whether or not there were mysterious surgeries and things like that happening on the ranch. I don't know, but I do know this. The federal government asked New Mexico to stop their investigation, I believe, back in 2019 of that ranch. So there's just so many questions about how the government failed the victims and how government failed in trying to prosecute Epstein sooner. I mean, this whole thing doesn't make sense. Everyone has conspiracy theories on, how Epstein was able to get away with it. Was it because he had, powerful friends?
Yeah.
Was it because he was an agent? No, we don't know, but we're going to find out, and I'm glad that they're on the ground now in New Mexico searching that property.
Congressman, you said in 2019 the government told New Mexico authorities to stand down investigating the ranch. Do you know what branch of the government?
It was the Department of Justice, I believe, and I believe it was because they I believe it perhaps was the Southern District of New York, because they had taken over the investigation at that point. So, again, these are questions that we have. We want to get the answers, but I will say publicly, I'm glad that the New Mexico authorities are on the ground searching that property. I don't know if there's anything there. I don't think anybody knows. But I do know this, Jesse. It's probably never been searched before very thoroughly.
That's crazy.
The house probably has, but the property hasn't.
That's crazy. Well, like you said before, even if nothing happened, you search it, you close the case on it, it puts it to rest so no one else wonders if there was a cover-up. But you got to search. You definitely got to do that. Congressman, thank you so much for letting us inside this investigation. More primetime coverage on Iran next. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.